Hey everybody, Hunter back again from Showtime Studios. Just a wrap-up video for this weekend's progress on the little Bedford build. Sorry I didn't get any more videos up. I've been real focused on, trying to get this thing done for the show coming up on the 24th. And if everything keeps going the way it has been, I should be done with this next weekend. So that'll be good. That'll be a week before the show. And then I can get started on my next project I want to bring down out of the cabinet. So just to give you an idea of what all we got done this weekend, we started doing some work on the cab assembly, getting all the mold lines and stuff out of it. Very nice piece. Very little bit of cleanup on it, just mold lines across the top, down the sides here or the corners, and then right down across the cowl right here in the A-pillar. But we got all that cleaned up. We've started cleaning up another one of the front fenders and some various parts over here. We got the hood sides we're working on, the hoses for the sides of the tank body, and we got some brackets and stuff that we're doing a little bit of prep work on for the fenders. And then we also got like the radiator here sprayed in a semi-gloss black, and I've got to go back in and do some dry brushing on that, some brass up here on the top of the radiator since they were brass radiators. Also got the spare wheel painted. Have to go in and do a little bit of weathering to that, pop the tire on it. It's ready to go in the chassis. We also got the grill assembly with the headlight buckets all put together, everything cleaned up on that, so that's ready to go. Next step for that will be go into put the water on, put the salt on, and we'll be spraying that black. We decided to go with black on the front and rear fenders and this radiator surround, and that's the only thing that'll really be black on the model. Everything else will be green and gray. And this is one of the rear fenders just in primer, and this is one of the rear fenders with the salt and water technique done to it. So we still got to do rusting powders and stuff on that yet. And we also have the little ladder laying here for the sides of the tank. We've got it glued together. I got to go back into a lot of cleanup on that. There's several mold lines and a little bit of flash, so we got some thinning out and fair amount of work to do to that thing yet, but we'll get it. And we also went in and modified the hood. In the kit, this hood is flat, and when you look at the reference photos of a Bedford, it actually has a butterfly hood on it. At least this piece here is butterfly. The sides of the hood actually come off. When you pull the latches on them, they release and come off and sit down on the ground. But the actual center of the hood is butterfly. So I went ahead and simulated that, and that way we can display the engine on one side. So we got that done, and that's about it on those parts. So we'll set them over here to the side, and then we'll bring over the truck and let you see what it looks like. The last time you seen it, it was the tank was pretty much in the brown primer, and we had the green sprayed at the bottom. Well, now you can see that we have mostly, well, everything is painted for the most part, and we've got a lot of the weathering done on it. It's really coming out good. We went back in, we put the kit decals on, distressed those. See if we can get a better view of it here. You can see how we distressed all the decals. We've got a rust wash on this. We've got a black wash on this, a brown, a little bit of everything. Still got to do some more, like a sludge bath on these areas here. We went ahead and did the salt treatment underneath and also a sludge bath underneath of it. So that's all coming out pretty good. But like I say, we got more work to do as far as the weathering. And then on the back of it, we also distressed that decal and, did a lot of paint peeling and stuff like that. This thing's not really rusted up. It's just a lot of paint that's peeled off over the years. So that's what the tank came out like so far. And now we're down to the chassis. We've got the engine installed. As you can see, I got one of the front fenders on, and it doesn't really show up there, I don't think, but we did get it weathered. There's the front fender. And then we've got the chassis weathered, a couple sludge baths put on it. We'll go ahead and flip it over here and show you what the underneath looks like. and it's getting close. I mean, this is not totally done. We still got to do some more work to the tires and get them weathered up a little bit more. And then I also have to come in and do when I mix my Tamiya, usually it's buff or wooden deck tan, thinned out a whole bunch, like 75, 25, 75% thinner, 25% paint. And I'll come back in and just freehand mist, especially from the bottom up to a certain point on the model, and it gives you that dusty appearance like it's been on the road. And then the other thing that we have, and just to show everybody what I came up with for this, the little bucket that I actually made a hook assembly to go under the back of the tank body here. And that's actually where the little bucket is going to go. And I like it. I'm real happy with the bucket. Like I say, it's the first time I've pulled that off. So, real happy with that little piece. But it's all coming out pretty good. So I just thought I'd do a quick update there for everybody and let you see the progress. And we'll have some more videos coming up next week. Hopefully, each evening when I get done with that day's progress, we'll do an update video on it if it's anything major, show you how it's coming out. So stay tuned for that. I also want to thank everybody for all the support and watching all the videos, all the comments. You know, it's been overwhelming with all the response to the videos lately, but we're going to keep moving forward, keep doing them for you guys. And another thing I'd like to say, there's a couple people out there in the community that's kind of really been supporting the channel and supporting a lot of my techniques. Rusty K is doing a whole video series on the exact same model that I built, the little street rod, on the video tutorial series. And that's pretty cool to see somebody else, use the same colors and a lot of the techniques that I did. And kind of curious how it's going to come out and real anxious to see it. And also Todd H is doing a real good job on his Chevy pickup and using a lot of my techniques and a lot of my materials. So that's real cool to see. So we will have some more tutorial series coming up after we get some of these show builds knocked out, so I can get my show season started. But we will definitely have the Pro Street Olds project coming up, and that'll be a fair amount of videos in that one. We also have the 1/16 scale Pro Street Beetle coming back down on the bench, and also Keone Lake's Tri-Drive Lone Star. That'll also be coming on the bench. So a lot more videos, a lot more things coming from Showtime Studios in 2018. So again, I want to thank everybody for watching and tuning in and supporting the channel. And as always, this is Hunter from Showtime Studios, and we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.